What's up? Game 4 of the night. This is APL Lobby RED in the house. It's been a phenomenal night. Lots of upsets out there if you're fans of certain squads. But hey, we got one more game. They can make a comeback. You know who I'm talking about out there. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. We got Esquire out here tonight putting in the work, laying down the pipe. Construction Esquire in the house. How's it going, man? Game 4. One more game.
Yeah, game 4, Construction Esquire laying down the pipe, as much as Dave just said. But yeah, game 4. It has been an exciting night, Dave. I mean, we've had the first 3 matches essentially just be all-out frag fest. I mean, the shots have been coming in left and right. All of these transitions have been so deadly, and they've really just been an exciting round of matches. But we've got one more game of the night, and our plane is now coming out, Dave, from the southeast corner of the map. It's going to be cutting through the main continent with a pretty good angle. Essentially putting every area of the map in play. A lot of these teams have already now departed the plane and started their parachuting route and scout to see if they are able to get their compounds of first choice, seeing if any squads are going to be contesting them. We see Ghost Gaming, who specifically has been going towards that Severny area all evening, is now opting for this East Coast again, like they did in Game 3. Optic and Crew going now for Georgia Pole again. This is going to be the sort of the themes for these two teams specifically. We've got the Liddy Committee and a few other squads now sort of scouting out the southern half of this map, but no one really opting for that military island yet. Vox Populi and his squad getting a little bit close. Perhaps they're going to try to loot this area and transition. Grizzly Mallard already heading that direction.
Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see someone go to a military base this game for sure. Look at that. Yeah, they're actually moving down there as we speak. But yeah, I mean, this flight path actually, favoring the squads like Optic for that North George loot pattern. Let's just hope the first circle could be the same. We do have 2 squads in George, Optic and Noble. Those are some top-heavy teams, as far as performance-wise goes. So it's going to be very dangerous in that section of the map. Hopefully they'll both be able to make it out alive for your entertainment value. But let's see what else. First circle's up pretty much smack middle. Not a bad circle. It's going to allow for lots of action early on and pretty easy transition for a lot of these squads, as I want to say a majority of them kind of either in it or not too far from it.
Yeah, definitely. We see Rush is Filthy and Pachinki taking shots at Young Bay, and the rest of the sweaty nerds trying to drive out and through the fields of Pachinki, using a UMP to try to take some shots, not connecting, not putting out a lot of damage, but definitely enough to alert Tild and squad of their presence. So they're going to continue traveling south and meet up with the rest of their team. Trevor and Health the Elf. We're looking again at a pretty centralized circle, Dave. I think a lot of the teams are going to be very happy to see this, given the pretty chaotic and maybe stressful, per se, circles that they have encountered this evening. I mean, when the water is in play, it is a very difficult circle because of effectively 2 things. You have the Navy SEAL play start to come in, where teams are playing coastal areas or water, but then you also have the fact that so much landmass is taken out of the game that the compound availability is very low, which puts a lot of risk when you try to see these late game transitions. But yeah, we see
so I mean, this game we pretty much knocking out a lot of that strategy, at least for the most part. I mean, we have that little inlet right smack in the middle, but I mean, we'll see later on how influential that is, right? But going back to your point, though, with Pachinki, Rush showing some disrespect to the Sweaty Nerds. The Sweaty Nerds have been dropping Pachinki every single game tonight. So we kind of saw them, Young Bay, Trevor, kind of, I feel like they're kind of running around here with their heads chopped off, right? Because, they're out of their comfort zone, so they're going to have to get this loot, this trash loot, and work their way into the zone. But all 3 games tonight, Sweaty Nerds, Pachinki, Sweaty Nerds, Pachinki. So it's definitely going to throw them off here. I'm interested to see how far they make it when they don't get their precious Pachinki.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing to look out for is that Yusuf from Rush is a little bit separated from the rest of his squad of Pachinki and very close to Jasper over there from Fadeaway 3. Fadeaway 3's other members being in the Watertown just north of where this crate has dropped. But let's go ahead and take a look. It is a double drop. Double drop on the map, Dave.
Double drop.
What do you think these crates are going to hold? Are
AWM Groza.
What these teams want to see?
AWM Groza. Let's see. If you can catch it.
There's the M24, 8 times, and level 3 helmet. Yeah, so that's a great crate right there. I think any team that picks it up is going to be happy. It is dropping right in between Rush and Fadeaway 3, so they are both going to, have a good chance at getting it if they opt for it. But again, crates are sort of they're a luxury in these competitive games. You don't always get to secure them, but if you do, they can really serve to provide a lot of good damage for your team. Another M24 with the military vest. All right. So double M24.
I want my AWM,
yeah.
right?
Where's the AWM? So
look
at this, Dave. We did see actually Vapor Esports decide to fully transition down to this military island. They are going to be looting military proper, solo dolo, no competition at all for the loot that they are going to be getting. So that's going to be very nice for them. They're going to be very happy to see that. And as far as transitioning goes, they might have a little difficulty in later transition, running into Young Bay and the rest of Sweaty Nerds on the western side of the circle, and the Liddy Committee and Matthew and Hooligans on the eastern side. So it could be rough, but they certainly are going to have the loot and the meds to make that transition and take a little damage on the way.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're going to have the meds and most likely the level 3 armor gear or whatnot coming from military base. So hopefully they don't lose it on the way into the zone. We actually see a couple shots being taken smack middle by Quad Pen Drunk, actually. I believe he got it down. He's still shooting some people as he's feeling good. He's feeling confident. He's running out there in the field, kind of in the middle, just shooting people left and right, getting this Amazon Prime delivery loot straight to the doorstep. He's actually taking out Major NL right there. Some more sweet loot coming to your doorstep.
Yeah, this Quad Pen, Aiko, and Drunk 2 split has been able to put a lot of damage. We just saw Ghost Profi pull up to this compound to try to scout it out for his team. However, a nade was thrown by Quad Pen and took Profi out of the game, able to get a full kill on that. But then we also saw Major NL pull up on this, scouting the compound as well, and Quad Pen was able to take them out. So now we have the remaining members of Quad Pen now coming in to secure this compound, provide the backup that their 2 split needed, and it is going to be theirs, effectively taking 2 scouts of 2 different teams out of the game.
Yeah, 2 scouts. I mean, I guess this is a popular compound in a circle. I understand why you would want this particular area. I like this area, in fact. But yeah, unfortunate for these guys out here tonight, as this is game 4. So you're back to lobby after that, and you're done for the night. But let's see, Slime Squad down to 2 members already. 1 knocked down extremely low. Jet Life looks like Carbon is by himself, just kind of driving in the distance. Who's he getting shot by here? Pretty much everybody. He's about to roll up on Quad Pen, I believe, in the same kind of compound. Man, everybody wants this compound. This is like the hottest compound in the game.
Yeah, Quad Pen is going to be lighting that car up as it goes by, and it explodes.
Whoa, in my face.
Yeah, killing the remaining member of that squad, Carbon XYZ, is going to go down. So Quad Pen has done an incredible job at securing and defending this compound from now effectively 3 scouts. This compound is extremely active. It is extremely popular given the circle. This compound and the compound just to the north of it have great vantage on all of these surrounding areas and just provide to be a great compound. Overall,
I like Quad Pen's current compound better than the other one across the way, but I definitely see the benefits to holding either or. But all this action definitely drawing lots of attention as Core 4, they're taking up a house compound not too far away. Same thing with Hooligans, but look at this fight popping off. Ghost stuck in another fight. McCoy in the bathroom here. Is he going to be able to make it out alive as Fairy Gaming? Looks like they cleared it successfully, taking them out. I mean, all these Ghost guys just trying to make a transition, trying to find a home. I mean, they started from Kameshki, so it's interesting that they didn't opt into staying in the north, right? The north, there's practically nobody in the north right now. So, it's just one of the downfalls to wanting that center strat pretty much every game. I mean, it's just one of the risks that you take when you want middle every game.
Yeah, exactly. When you chase the middle, you have to expect that at least a few other teams are going to do the same thing, because a middle position secured throughout the game can provide a lot of, you know, placement security if you're able to hold that compound and get circle blessed. So a lot of, you know, different factors play into that, but we do have the blue zone now starting to shrink, pushing out any of the remaining teams that are looting on the outskirts. We're going to see our military island team of Vapor Esports now get pushed out. Optic opting to move as well. Moving pretty close though, able to spot out Snorlax and the rest of his squad. Oh, that's going to be Elusive Gaming taking a lot of damage now, as Optic's Hypoc and 17 are able to put out just a lot of damage.
Lots of damage. Yeah, lots of damage. Are they going to be able to connect these and get the vehicle explosion on this transition, as they are making it to Fizzle? Looks like Fizzle did get out the vehicle. He's going to secure the zone. I mean, Optic laying down lots of cover on these guys, definitely scaring these guys, but not being able to successfully get any of those vehicle explosions in which they hoped for there. So we'll see more from these guys. They are in the zone. They're pushing it. They got quite the buffer around them. They're going to run into fairway 3 before you know it. But right now, we're looking at Noble. There's some action again. I mean, almost every game, these guys are smack in the middle of some hot, spicy action, taking some shots across the way at the hooligans.
Yeah, they've spotted hooligans over there elected on the first floor, trying to take some peeks to get some information. But Adaculus with the Car 98 and the 8 times is going to spot him peeking and take some shots. None connecting yet, but he's going to hit that reload and try to get some more peeks and shots out as well. We still have this quad pin area being very active, as hooligans is just to the southwest, and then we have core 4 directly to the west. So definitely a lot of shots coming out here, while the 2 remaining members of Ghost Gaming are taking some shots to disable a vehicle they see outside of this yellow compound. No players inside, so this has been an abandoned vehicle, but it is certainly going to be disabled from this point on.
Yeah, that's the thing with Ghost. They might be 2 members down, but they're not going to be quiet. They're not going to give up this early in the game. They're going to be as loud as possible, scare off anybody who might be even contemplating coming in their general area. And they are a dangerous force to be reckoned with. These guys know how to aim, they know how to fire, and they know how to rush compounds. So they're not out the game yet. 2 members, okay, I'm not worried about it. I mean, we're going to see more from these guys also moving forward. But let's see this next zone. Did pop. A lot of squads going to have to move just a tiny bit north. But now we have the south edge over here near the school, near the apartments. It's going to get a little messy here, as Rush is actually deciding to make the long wrap around. But they're going to take that bridge to the west and kind of work right into Optic, as Optic is about to engage with Elusive Gaming. Once again, they want to finish this fight off. Tires being popped. Snorlax right on top of his compound. Pretty strong position. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, strong position. He's going to be hearing those buggies coming just down the hill from them. No vantage of them, as they are going to be riding that hillside, avoiding coming over that horizon and into the vantage of Elusive Gaming. But yeah, a lot of teams now starting to transition. We see shots going out onto the Liddy Committee, as well as Ghost Gaming, as Trekker and the rest of Fury Gaming now are beginning their transition into that northern circle, Dave.
Yeah, this north circle definitely threw me off. I mean, I suspected it was going to go a little more south here, you know, at least favor all these squads that had decided to take a compound. But nope, I mean, once when you get too comfortable, you got to run across the map in the opposite direction. So right now we're looking at Void right there at that crossroads. Pretty strong crossroads. I mean, it's a nice little toll if you want to charge a fee for people to drive on your road. That's for sure. Take a couple headshots here and there. Try to get a vehicle explosion. I mean, they're directly across the street from one another, so they have to be careful though, because if they get knocked out, running across that street can be dangerous because of all those open fields.
Definitely, we're going to see Snaker69 taking a lot of shots at Cheney from the Liddy Committee. None connecting, but he hops off the bike, as the bike is now disabled. The back tire being popped. A lot of shots still going out from hooligans trying to connect onto Cheney, getting him down to about 20% HP. So connecting pretty well, spending a few of his meds and disabling his vehicle. Cheney is in a tough spot now, as the remaining members of the Liddy Committee are now outside of the circle, a little bit to the southeast. But we are starting to see this centralized portion of the new safe zone getting very packed, Dave.
Yeah, it's getting packed. What an unfortunate spot for your bike to just go out and the tires be exploded, right? I mean, right there in the middle. But he was able to make it to safety. And here we are looking at Core 4. Had their Dacia parked in this hangar to keep it in pristine condition to use at a later time. But we're reversing back to Elusive Gaming as they're not done fighting over here with Optic. And Rush is actually trying to throw in their hat as well here. They heard all this action and they're driving right through. But before you know it, we still have 2 more squads in vehicles that are about to wrap right in the middle of this hectic fight that's going on. Optic still 4 strong. Let's see what they can do. I mean, they're in the circle. They still have 4 members. This is looking pretty good. 15 teams alive. Let's see what these guys can do in 4.
Yeah, we see Hooligans now at the center of another fight with the Liddy committee still. It looks like Cheney's teammates were coming to back him up. Poppy Gordo gets taken out by Elected with a headshot. So definitely a lot of damage being put out on the Liddy committee. Will they be able to get back and support their teammates? Wilker is pretty separated from Cheney, being the remaining 2 members of that squad. A lot of fights now breaking out as Optics. Hypoc gets headshot with the Car 98. Baja Waka with the 8 times and the suppressor on his M416, trying to get some advantage out on Jasper and the rest of Fadeaway 3, who are down at this garage compound.
Oh, he landed a shot. He got some damage taken out there. I mean, they're in a compound. No one's really rushing them, so they're gonna be able to get the raise off, and they did. It's just we just see a lot of these Optic guys on the outside of the compound. They don't want to play it too safe, you know. They want to defend their current position as it is pretty damn strong. But the Hooligans still in this gas station, also pretty strong. Pretty much center strat. Just defending it. I mean, you got to be careful with these walls. You don't want your feet getting shot out, but they kind of blocked that with the UASs, so they can exit that building. Very smart move, strategic vehicle placement right there. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. Meanwhile, Sweaty Nerves making it into the zone on the crash plane. Let's see what these guys can do. They're about to wear off with Noble.
Yeah, Sweaty Nerds here occupying that plane crash. Have a lot of cover to work with. Noble trying to push up on this hill, but taking a lot of shots. Looks like they are going to be retreating off of this and rotating out as they were not able to get a good position on that crash site from this angle. So definitely a good call by Noble as they are retreating to their vehicles. Double motorcycles. They are the biker boys. They make their own rules. Pushing up the hill now to the southeast, effectively a good position to avoid the rest of that squad. Yeah. But I mean, Dave, look at this new circle. Ooh, it is out. It is already packed. So these teams transitioning into this late game. I mean, this is the theme for these 16-team lobbies. I mean, the late game transitioning is so deadly because the compounds are always going to be occupied in this late game. We have Define Legit over here in this shack, trying to avoid any of these shots coming out of Monte Carlo and the rest of Core 4. Yeah, so he's going to be hiding and just trying to bide his time and do whatever he can, as he is, you know, fairly split from Austin. They are the only 2 remaining members of Ghost. So, you know, pretty split for that. What do you think about that, Dave?
I mean, at this point, you just want to go for placements. There's still 15 teams alive, so if that little shack got rushed on or a grenade or 2 is thrown in there, it could be both of you. So Austin, he's going to come into the zone pretty late, I predict. He's still actually trying to loot, maybe even get a vehicle. But on the western edge, we got Noble. We got Optic in a fight here. We got Elusive Gaming in a fight here. All these guys pretty much stacking right on top of each other, building a triangle of death. Sweaty Nerds actually involved in this as well. We're about to see some vehicle explosions. We're about to see some things pop off. This is a crazy zone. Taking some shots there on the tree. Not letting any shots there. But we see lots of bodies. A grenade going off, destroying him. That grenade landed right at his foot, actually. What a nice nade that was. Holy moly.
Yeah, definitely. And Noble was able to get the squad wipe on these Sweaty Nerds, so unfortunate for them. But Noble now has
still 3 squads
a bunch of cards to work with. Yeah, still a lot of squads in the area. We have got the Elusive Gaming team over here, as well as some of the members of Optic. Looks like Hetro's going to be throwing some nades up there onto Elusive Gaming with Fizzle coming on the flank. That grenade connects with Snorlax and Toast. It's going to get the final kill onto Snorlax and a knock onto Toast. So Fizzle and Blanked are going to be retreating back, trying to see if they can get a res and some more information. Hetro and Hypoc going down for Optic. Hetro being finished off by Fizzle, but not before Waka is able to get those shots out onto him and get the knock. Fizzle being ultimately taken down, but not before Blanked can get a trade off and take down Baja Waka. So it is now a 1v1 situation where 17 and Blanked are matched up against each other. Both teams have one teammate down. Baja Waka crawling towards 17, and Toast there at Blank behind the tree getting revived now. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, being a 2v2 and so much already being lost in this fight.
Elusive, they got the raise. Toast is up. Blank is pushing up. He's getting as much information as possible. He needs to push right now. Baja Waka able to get that raise up. 17 taking shots immediately. Low health, but he doesn't want these guys pushing up any further. Something interesting to note, as that engagement was happening, Noble, 2 remaining members deciding it's time for us to book it. They ran as far away from that fight as possible because there's still 13 teams alive, so getting stuck in a crossfire such as the one that just happened could be deadly for your squad, for your rankings. So smart play on their part, but look at the zone. Right up again. We got Little Prodigy in the zone. We got the Hooligans in the zone. It's still looking, I mean, we're going to have so many transitions happening right here. And Optic and Elusive, they're not done fighting as well. They're not done fighting yet.
Yeah, they're definitely not done fighting. We see 17 trying to peek, maybe even get a flank onto the squad up here. He had been pushing up against the blue, but not being able to get any information. He is going to rotate out of there, reconnect with his teammate Baja Waka, and then decide how they are going to enter this circle. So many teams on the northern side of this circle again, Dave, that are going to have to transition down south. We see Quadpin taking some shots, connecting Drunk, able to knock down Trekker and get the final kill onto him. So that is going to be a rough loss over there for them. But Quadpin securing this compound and just holding it pretty much the entire game. Have done great. They're currently in a 2-2 split right now. Shrimzy and another squad mate of theirs are going to be out on the eastern edge, going to have to transition in, but they shouldn't have a tough time given the way that Quadpin has been clearing that area.
Yeah, a lot of 2-2 splits we're seeing here. Talking about 2-2 splits, one earlier from Austin actually being taken out somewhere along the line, leaving Define legit by himself in his little shack here. But Rush Gaming, they're not looking too bad here. They're really close to the zone. But I mean, the story, the squad to watch this game, this current zone, definitely the Hooligans, definitely Core 4, as they still have 4 full members left on their roster. So that's going to come in handy. It's going to come into play here as we actually see the Hooligans take some shots across the way here. This might be on Void, as Void's trying to get into this other compound. I don't know. It's getting dangerous here. All these guys starting to move in here. Zone's pushing in right this second. It's going down.
Yeah, Zone is pushing in, and Hooligans are using great vantage points, being able to get on top of their cars to give them that vantage over the fencing here, the wall.
Yeah.
You know, essentially able to put out a lot of damage, getting the knock on Amazon down there over on Team Void. But yeah, I mean, this is a rough spot for them to be in. Noble is now in a tough spot as Hooligans has a great vantage on them. If they peek, they have now heads exposed. They're going to be taking shots. Natural and Master Nook taking a lot of damage as that head was exposed. Excuse me. Snaker 69 now seeing all of these different squads now competing around this bar. Dave getting knocked by a headshot from Snakers. Overjaw knocked right behind that rock as well. So, you know, Hooligans, I mean, just being able to play this position with the certain advantage that they have is incredible. You see Fuzzy HD with the Car 98 and the DP28 putting out a lot of damage now onto Core 4. 2 members, I guess, knocked for Core 4. That's going to be Spray and Think First, leaving Monte Carlo as the only remaining member. He is going to try to get that res off. He's got the cover to do so. But, I mean, he has quite a lot of work ahead of him if he wants to get out of here safely as the zone is pushing.
Yeah, Rush is coming right now, or at least they're extremely close here. Pretty much Hooligans, man. They're just cleaning up with that vantage point, kind of like you mentioned, on top of the U.S. Very sneaky.
Yeah, look at this, Dave. Look at how they're able to just get up and have perfect vision.
And they're protecting each other at the same time.
And what's nice about this position that I have not noticed before is they are able to crouch and take away any sort of headshots from any of the other vantage points. So a great position there by Hooligans. Great use of the vehicles to give them, you know, the types of peaks that they wouldn't normally be able to.
Yeah, I mean, they're overlooking this whole field here. But in the north, we still have Rush. We still have Core 4. We still have the Murders plus Choice trying to wrap up this fight as the new zone is up. Optic 17 smack in the middle. Hooligans still in this zone. If the Hooligans can play their cards right, they're going to be able to clean up this whole east side as everybody around them is forced to move in. But we're going back here to court 4, tossing some frags here at Rush, trying to, you know, push up here and not get knocked out in the process here. Rush actually taking this time to, you know, retreat back to the zone as they are the closest squad to the zone. But Quad Pen, I mean, they have quite the journey here, and they're already giving away their position.
Yeah, Quad Pen has quite the journey. They have reunited with their teammates, so they are no longer in a split. They had spotted Court 4 out. They took a few shots, but ended up getting shot as well by the remaining members of Void. Lawson and his teammate, who have been holding up in this compound since they lost their other teammates. So, you know, it's a rough position to be in if you're on this eastern side of the map. We see Amazon getting a headshot knock onto one of Quad Pen's members, Drunk. He is going to be in a rough spot after losing that helmet. But yeah, Dave, the blue is now pushing in very soon, and all of these teams are getting
let's watch the hooligans. Let's watch the hooligans. I like their advantage. I want to see what they can actually pull off here as all these squads. They're already taking shots left and right at some of the members from Quad Pen. So Core 4 are going to be taking shots out. It looks like natural from Noble. He's going to want to sneak up here, and he's actually getting shot on the way. Oh, yeah, man, he's not going to be able to get close at all.
I believe Elected and Matthew. But I mean, a lot of squads now vying for this position that Hooligans has been holding pretty much this entire match. Natural ends up getting knocked. Not before though. Snaker 69 is knocked, but Matthew able to get a double knock onto Pigeon and Amazon. So a lot of very aggressive pushes being made now. A double kill onto I guess 2 of the members of Void, leaving them with 1 member left. Master Nook taking some shots over, but Snaker's able to get up. And we have Optics 17 up there trying to get advantage on this gas station as well. But Hooligans have just been the story of this game, able to hold this compound so effectively, Dave.
Quad Pen being taken out actually by Master Rook of Noble. So Noble right there being able to secure some points before they were taken out. Core 4 finally in the zone, Rush in the zone, but Core 4 Spray, he's spotted. Oh, what a great Rush, man, they're fighting hooligans right now. They don't fancy the hooligans getting all these free kills pretty much, as everyone was forced to push right into them. Snaker 69 being taken out across the way.
Rush in a lot of trouble actually right now, as they were just lost 2 of their members. One getting knocked and killed, and Matthew now getting knocked. So Elected is going to go for this res as Core 4 is pushing up on them. Spray and Monte Carlo playing this very aggressive, trying to get up there. They had Think First scout by earlier and were able to find out that there was a squad occupying this gas station. So yeah, Matthew is going to be hitting that prone, trying to get any sort of meds off, able to get the first aid going. Spray and Monte Carlo now pushing up even further. Elected is going to see them, throws a nade. Spray is, you know, spraying out, and this nade ends up exploding a little bit behind him, putting out just a little bit of damage. Matthew trying to connect, but isn't able to, but ends up going down. And I mean, if we look at that, I believe that was Grizzly Mallard of a completely different squad.
From behind.
Yeah, that's going to be Vapor Esports now refereeing this fight and taking out Matthew. Now Snaker's knocked. Monte Carlo is knocked as well on the other side of the wall. Spray trying to take out Elected and is able to now wipe out Team Hooligans, who has held this compound so confidently almost the entire match.
With the help of Vapor Esports for sure. But yeah, I mean, this compound, it's still a pretty strong one, as it does provide just a little bit of coverage in this new zone. And Core 4, they actually still have Think First coming in from down south, so they're going to be able to group up here and have an optimal position. But looking here at Vapor Esports, they're going to be spotting, I believe, Fadeaway 3 as they make this transition. Optic 17 still in this zone. He's going to want to try to survive as long as possible, as he's smack in the middle of Fadeaway 3 and Rush. 5 teams alive, 13 in total remaining members. Where's Optic 17? I couldn't even make him out.
He's hiding right in between these 2 wheels. He's in a very good position, putting his head almost into the tire. So he's definitely playing a very, very safe position currently. Disciple now taking a lot of shots. 17 decides to play aggressive and take those shots, so gets the knock. Little Prodigy, who was a snake in the grass, is now up and looking around. But yeah, Rush is coming up. They have heard those shots, and they are going to be pushing up onto 17 shortly. Not before, though. They are taking shots from Monte Carlo and the rest of Core 4, who has occupied the gas station.
Core 4 taking shots at Rush. Yeah, I mean, Optic 17, he's going to be able to make it through this just because all these fights are breaking out and bullets are whizzing past his head, pretty much distracting these squads. I mean, Rush was about to push on Fadeaway 3. They were going to cross pass with 17, but then Core 4 distracted them in the meantime. And we also got Vapor Esports throwing their hat in the ring here, taking shots. So, depending on exactly where Rush wants to go, how they want to play this, 17 might be able to survive a couple more squads and kind of make the placements a little higher as Fadeaway 3 taking out 4 remaining teams left. Optic 17 by himself, still smack in the middle of 2 squads, but Core 4 in this gas station just going to be able to lay down the cover fire. Looks like 17's actually spotted out by Spray, and he's actually taken out, yep, by Core 4. He must have been moving, or they saw his backpack. But the story of the game right now, Rush and Vapor Esports, I mean, what are they going to do here? They have to push right into Core 4.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to have to push into that compound that is so good given the circle that we have seen.
All game, too.
You know, it's not going to be in here, but Core 4 has a great opportunity to at least have some cover while these other teams have to push even faster. The blue zone is going to be pushing fast on that west side, at least faster than the eastern edge that Core 4 currently occupies. So it's going to be Core 4 currently, Vapor Esports, and Rush in your top 3 vying for that first place position. We have shots coming out for Rush on the Vox Populi, connecting and taking him down to about 20% HP. The remaining 3 members behind him are going to be trying to retreat to get some information, but they are taking shots as well onto Think Fast over there at the gas station. 2 shots connecting on the Think first, and he is going to be taken down to about 20% HP, now 10% HP, as he is not able to avoid the line of sight of Timid and Soko. So that's gonna, yeah, that's actually Rush that gets the knock onto Think first.
Rush is rushing over here. they're making a push right here onto Vapor Esports. Vapor Esports being taken down extremely low. Vapor Esports 3 remaining members. Rush only has 1 remaining member. You know, Core 4 just firing away, trying to get the kill secure. Now it's a 2v1v1 situation. We're about to see some things pop off right now. Vox actually getting up. Oh, Vox taken out. 2v2v1. This is crazy. Next circle is about to start pushing here. It's pushing right now. Rush, last remaining member in the circle. Only guy in the circle. Let's see what he can do as Spray throwing some smokes. Let's see if he can make it into the zone.
And Core 4 just has a great advantage on these members.
Spray taking out. Core 4 taking out the game. It's Rush. It's Rush, baby, versus Vapor.
Rush versus Vapor. Vapor is now pushing into the zone where Rush's Soko is able to hold a great position on the safe zone. Now Vapor is in, and that nade coming out.
Wow.
What a nade. This guy plays baseball. Grizzly Mallard with the amazing nade coming out to secure the first place finish for their team against Rush. Soko, just trying to play the spoiler there at the end with a great circle position, is taken out by an amazing grenade. So with that, we have Vapor Esports coming in with the first place finish. Rush coming in with the second place finish. Spray and the rest of the Core 4 crew coming in at 3rd, and Optic coming in at 4th place. So that is going to do it for our 4th game of the night. Dave, what do you think about how this 4th game shaped up? I mean, a pretty incredible set of matches on the night.
I mean, definitely you can't go without saying 17 pulling a fast one there and being able to secure the 4th place for his squad. Much needed placements, by the way. With their kills from tonight, it's going to help boost them up. So they're going to be able to leave tonight on a high note, at least in my opinion. Fadeaway 3 with the 5th place spot. But I mean, I feel like the story of tonight is these teams, you know, top 3. We have Vapor, we have Rush, we have Core 4. I mean, these teams that we don't really hear from, but they're coming in hot. Red Lobby, Blue Lobby, they're trying to make names for themselves. And in my opinion, they definitely are. The Liddy committee, we've seen so many actions from all these squads tonight. They're definitely trying to prove themselves, and I think they're doing a good job at it.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to hop over to our scoreboard on the evening. These scores are going to be updated up to Game 3. Game 4, which just happened and ended, has not been updated yet. But Dave, look at how these rankings have shaped up after Game 3. And then when you look at how things ended on Game 4, Vapor Esports, very good position for them to be in currently.
Yeah, I mean, they went into this game 1st place, right? they just finished first place again. So, sitting at 527 points before the update from this previous game, they're going to have quite the boost going into, or at least finishing tonight for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And then another thing to note is Core 4 here at third place overall after that third match. They just got third place in this fourth match. So that, that theme of consistency that Core 4 has been so good at executing is really going to pay off for them. I think we will likely see them move up to second place given how these other teams performed in this fourth match. But, overall, just a great job by all of these teams, Dave. I've been thoroughly impressed at how the play has progressed over, the life of PUBG so far, and just seeing it culminate into this aggressive and super competitive play is just really exciting as a caster.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes our job easy, right? There's always action popping off for the most part. There's always players making some plays that you haven't necessarily seen before. At least from my opinion, some new plays coming in every night. You learn something new, especially this last game. Like we saw the hooligans on top of their UASs at the gas station. You mentioned that they can crouch and avoid being shot. They can uncrouch, take some shots. I mean, you always learn something new, and that's one thing that I really love spectating and casting these games, because then I can use it in my games, in my public games, or my squad games.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, the play coming out of hooligans there, and their ability to use the cover that they had, and then essentially the mobile cover, the cars, to get up to those boosted elevations. I mean, it was incredible to see, because that's not something that I had seen on that exact compound. I don't think ever in my spectating tenure.
Yeah,
but I mean, that was pretty cool to see, and it sort of continues to pave the way for evolving metas and how you approach these different buildings, how you rotate out of these certain situations on different areas of the map. Just all around a really good night. I think both players as well as viewers on the stream can take away a lot from this competitive play, and the teams that played tonight in this auzom Premier League second season.
Dude, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, and I can't wait for you and I to come back next Thursday. Yeah, man, I'm ready for it. I'm already ready for it.
So we're going to be back for week 5 of the North American APL Season 2 next Thursday, guys. Make sure to check out the scoreboard over on the auzom website for these updated scores that will be, including Game 4 here very shortly. The team is currently working on that, but definitely be sure to check that out to see how these teams ended up finishing on the evening. It has been a pleasure as always, guys. My name is Esquire, casting along with Mustache Dave. If you would like to find me on Twitter, you can find me at TheRealESQ. Dave, where can they find you at?
Dude, you know where they can find me. Say it this time, man. You know it.
All right, you can find Mustache Dave at www.mustachedave.com. Make sure to go over there to check it out. No ads. It is a great site. But guys, that'll do it for us on the APL Season 2 NA Week 4 Lobby Red North America. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been a pleasure, and we will see you next week. Congratulations to all the teams. Good work tonight, and good luck on your future matches. Thank you and good night.